What if I told you that mastering your emotions could be the key to unlocking your true potential? Imagine having the power to control your reactions, to rise above challenges, and to stay calm in the face of chaos. What if instead of being a slave to your emotions, you became the master of them? This is the power of emotional control, and it can change your life. We all face moments when our emotions get the best of us. Whether it's frustration in traffic, anger in a heated argument, or stress from work, emotions can easily take over and dictate our actions. But what if you could train your mind to respond rather than react? What if you could pause, think, and choose how to respond, no matter the situation? That's where true strength lies. True power isn't in what happens to you. It's in how you respond to what happens. When you learn to control your emotions, you take control of your life. Think about it. The way you respond to stress, to conflict, to disappointment, these reactions shape your reality. If you let your emotions rule you, you are at the mercy of every outside circumstance. But when you master your emotions, you can face any challenge with clarity, strength, and confidence. But this isn't just about avoiding anger or frustration. It's about harnessing your emotions as fuel to propel you forward. It's about choosing your mindset rather than letting the world dictate it for you. When you control your emotional reactions, you unlock a level of self-discipline and focus that sets you apart from everyone else. This is the kind of emotional intelligence that leads to success, to happiness, and to a life of purpose. Now, I am not saying this is easy. Mastering your emotions takes time. It takes practice. But the rewards, they're worth it. You will become someone who remains calm in the storm, someone who doesn't let life's setbacks derail them. You will become someone who doesn't just react to life, but someone who creates their own path. Emotions are a natural part of who we are, but they don't have to control us. When we react impulsively, driven by anger, frustration, or fear, we're not acting from a place of strength. Instead, we're acting from a place of vulnerability, a place where we're not fully in control of our decisions. The truth is, emotions are powerful forces. They can either lift us up or bring us down. But the key to success in life isn't in eliminating emotions. It's in learning to manage them effectively. Understanding the science behind emotional control is essential if we want to harness this power. Our emotions are deeply rooted in our brain's biology. When we feel something, it's often a reaction to our environment, something that triggers a deep, almost automatic response in us. This is our fight or flight system at work. It's been built into us to protect us. But in the modern world, this system often gets triggered unnecessarily, causing us to react emotionally in situations that don't require. Here's the key insight. You can train your brain to choose how it reacts, rather than letting automatic emotional responses take over. This is where emotional intelligence, EQ, comes into. EQ is the ability to recognize, understand, and manage our emotions, as well as the emotions of others. It's about awareness and regulation. People with high emotional intelligence don't let their feelings dictate their action. Instead, they take a step back, assess the situation, and choose a response that aligns with their goals, values, and sense of self. Think about the successful people you admire. People like Denzel Washington, who have faced adversity and hardship but continue to rise above. What do they have in common? It's their emotional control. Denzel doesn't let negative emotions cloud his judgment. He stays focused on his vision, regardless of the obstacles in his path. His emotional intelligence allows him to respond thoughtfully, with clarity and purpose, even in the most challenging situations. This isn't about suppressing emotions, but about understanding them and using them to fuel positive outcomes. The difference between reacting and responding is crucial. When you react, you are acting on impulse, often without thinking. It's a knee-jerk response, driven by emotion, that can lead to regret. But when you respond, you are taking control. You are pausing, assessing, and choosing the best course of action. This gives you the power to act from a place of strength, not fear or frustration. It's in this space that real growth happens. It's in this space that success is built. So, how do you develop emotional intelligence? How do you move from reacting to responding? The answer lies in consistent practice and the development of key habits that promote emotional control. And that's exactly what we're going to dive into next. Now that we understand the science behind emotional control and how our reactions shape our lives, it's time to dive into the practical steps that can transform your emotional responses. The truth is, you don't need to wait for life circumstances to change in order to change your reactions. The power lies within you, in the habits you build every single day. Small, consistent actions compound over time, leading to massive results. Here are 10 daily habits that will help you take control of your emotional reactions and shift your mindset toward a life of strength, focus, and emotional resilience. Start with gratitude. Every morning before you even get out of bed, take a moment to reflect on what you are grateful for. This simple practice shifts your focus from what's going wrong to what's going right. Gratitude reprograms your mind to see the positive in every situation, which is essential when it comes to emotional control. When you begin your day with a mindset of appreciation, it's harder for negativity to take root. Pause before you respond. This habit is simple, but incredibly powerful. When something triggers you, instead of reacting immediately, take a deep breath and pause. Count to 3. In that moment, you are creating space between the stimulus and your reaction. This pause allows you to choose your response consciously, rather than reacting out of anger or frustration. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of staying present in the moment without judgment. When you become more mindful, you become more aware of your emotional state. This awareness is the first step in gaining control over your reactions. Mindfulness doesn't require hours of meditation. It's about bringing your attention back to the present moment, especially when your emotions start to rise. Exercise regular. Physical activity is a proven way to manage stress and regulate emotions. Exercise releases endorphins, which are natural mood boosters. Whether it's a walk, a run, or a quick workout, moving your body helps you release pent-up emotions and regain emotional balance. Set boundaries. Emotional control isn't just about controlling your reactions, it's also about protecting your emotional space. Setting boundaries is an essential part of emotional self-care. It means knowing when to say no, when to walk away, and when to protect your energy. By setting healthy boundaries, you reduce the chances of emotional overwhelm and preserve your peace of mind. Journaling for clarity. Writing down your thoughts and feelings is an excellent way to process your emotions. When you put your thoughts on paper, you gain clarity and distance from them. Journaling helps you see your emotions objectively, allowing you to respond rather than react. It's a powerful tool for emotional release and self-reflection. Reframe negative thoughts. Whenever a negative thought or emotion arises, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Reframing allows you to shift your perspective, turning negative situations into opportunities for growth. This habit helps you train your mind to focus on solutions, not problems. Practice deep breathing. When emotions run high, deep breathing can calm your nervous system and restore balance. By focusing on your breath, you activate your body's relaxation response. This simple habit can be used in any situation to regain emotional control, whether you are feeling anxious, angry, or stressed. Visualize your ideal response. Visualization is a powerful technique used by many successful people. Before entering a challenging situation, take a moment to visualize how you want to respond. Imagine yourself staying calm, composed, and in control. By mentally rehearsing your ideal emotional response, you condition your mind to act in alignment with your vision. End your day with reflection. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on how you handled your emotions. What went well? What could you have done differently? This reflection allows you to learn from your experiences and grow emotionally. It also reinforces your commitment to emotional control, helping you improve each day. These 10 habits, when practiced consistently, will empower you to take charge of your emotional reaction. They will build emotional resilience, help you stay focused on your goals, and allow you to respond with purpose rather than reacting impulsively. The power to control your emotions is within you. It's simply a matter of building the right habits day by day. As we've seen, emotional control isn't about avoiding difficult emotions or situations. It's about learning how to respond in a way that serves you, even when life gets tough. No matter how well you master your emotional reactions, life will still throw challenges your way. The key to emotional mastery is not in preventing setbacks, but in how you handle them when they arise. Every challenge, every obstacle is an opportunity for growth. The difference between those who rise above adversity and those who fall under its weight is the ability to stay calm, stay focused, and choose a positive response. Life will never be free of difficulties, but how you react to those difficulties is entirely in your control. When you face setbacks, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. You might feel frustrated, discouraged, or even defeated. But the most powerful thing you can do in those moments is to stay grounded. Instead of letting negative emotions take over, pause and remind yourself that this moment doesn't define you. Your response defines you. One powerful way to stay grounded during tough times is to practice self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when things go wrong. We all have that inner critic telling us we're not good enough, that we've failed. But self-compassion is the antidote to that negativity. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer a friend in need. When you are kind to yourself, you give yourself the space to learn, grow, and improve without the added weight of guilt or shame. Another critical element in handling setbacks is resilience. Resilience isn't about never feeling pain. It's about bouncing back after experiencing it. It's about understanding that every setback is temporary and that you have the strength to overcome it. When you build resilience, you build the emotional muscle needed to weather any storm. And just like physical muscles, the more you work on your emotional resilience, the stronger it becomes. One of the best ways to build resilience is to focus on the bigger picture. It's easy to get lost in the details, to focus on what's going wrong right now. But when you zoom out and remind yourself of your long-term vision, your purpose, and your goals, it's easier to see that setbacks are just a small part of the journey. They don't define you, and they don't determine your future. Your persistence, your mindset, and your emotional control are what will ultimately determine your success. When you face setbacks, it's also important to take responsibility for your part in the situation. This doesn't mean blaming yourself, but rather owning your actions and choices. By taking responsibility, you shift from a victim mentality to a creator mentality. You become empowered to make changes, learn from your mistakes, and grow strong. As you continue to practice these habits and build emotional resilience, you'll find that life's challenges become less overwhelming. Instead of reacting impulsively, you'll respond with clarity, confidence, and purpose. And the more you practice emotional control, the easier it becomes to navigate life's ups and downs without losing yourself. Remember, emotional mastery is not about being perfect. It's about progress. Every time you choose to respond with calm and clarity, you strengthen your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. And with time, you'll find that emotional control becomes second nature, empowering you to live a life of purpose, strength, and success. Now that you've learned the habits that will help you take control of your emotional reactions and how to handle life's challenges with emotional resilience, it's time to take action. Emotional mastery isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. It's about consistently making choices that align with your higher self, even when life gets difficult. And as you continue to implement these habits, you'll begin to notice a shift not only in your emotional state, but in the way you approach life as a whole. Here is the challenge. Start today. Commit to practicing at least one of these habits every day. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because that moment will never come. The best time to take control of your emotions is right now. The moment you make that decision, you are already on your way to mastering your emotional response. But it's not enough to simply start. The real power lies in consistency. If you practice these habits for a week, a month, or even a year, you will see profound changes in your emotional intelligence and resilience. It's the small daily actions that add up over time and shape the person you become. Think of every small step as building a foundation for a stronger, more empowered version of yourself. And when you face challenges, because you will remember that it's okay to feel, it's okay to experience frustration, anger, sadness, or disappointment. These emotions are a part of the human experience. The goal isn't to suppress or deny them, but to acknowledge them without letting them control you. When you respond with awareness and intention, you regain your power. One key to maintaining consistency is to track your progress. Keep a journal of your emotional experiences, how you responded to them, and how you felt after. Over time, you'll see patterns and improvements. You'll start to notice how your emotional reactions become less intense, more measured, and more aligned with your goal. Tracking your progress is a powerful tool that reinforces the positive changes you are making in your life. Another important point is to surround yourself with positive influences. Whether it's the people you interact with or the content you consume, your environment plays a massive role in shaping your emotional state. Seek out individuals who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, and who support your journey toward emotional mastery. Similarly, consume content, whether it's books, podcasts, or videos that uplifts and motivates you to stay focused on your goal. Lastly, remind yourself every day that you are in control. Life doesn't control you. Your emotions don't control you. You control how you respond. You have the power to shape your reality with your choices, your mindset, and your actions. The more you remind yourself of this truth, the more confident and empowered you will feel. As we wrap up today's video, I want to leave you with this. Emotional mastery is not about perfection. It's about progress. Every day you practice these habits, you become stronger. Every time you choose to respond with emotional control, you are building a more resilient, focused, and successful version of yourself. So, take that first step. Begin today. You have everything you need to succeed inside of you. Thank you for watching. And remember, you are the master of your emotions. Your emotions do not define you. You define your emotions. Stay strong, stay focused, and take control of your life one habit at a time.